5 tips for starting the school year well. Hi, I'm Jenny Cole from Positively Beaming. I'm a coach, a consultant and a cheerleader, and I'm passionate about helping aspiring, new and veteran leaders lead the best way that they can. So I want to give you 5 quick tips for starting a school year well, whether you're the principal, in a leadership role, or whether you're just running a team, these tips will be useful to you. First of all, get clear on the one thing, the thing that's going to make the most difference. This could be your vision, it could be your why, it could be your purpose statement. I don't care, it could be your hedgehog statement, as Jim Collins in Good to Great puts it. Whatever it is, get really clear about what is going to make this year as successful as possible. Write it out, look it up, discuss it with people, just get really clear. The second tip is nothing works if the people don't work. And you need to get to know your people. You may have been working with Wendy for 30 years. But now is a good time to sit down and talk to her about what would be important for her to focus on this year. Or maybe you've got new staff. Find out what their strengths and skills are. Find out where they want to stretch. And of course, you might have some graduates. Find out where they're feeling confident and leverage off this. So really get to know your staff and do this before anything else. Find time, put it in your diary, make sure that you take the opportunity to ask questions and listen to your staff about what's important to them. Tip number 3, set really clear expectations. How do you want people to work? What does good work look like to you? What does good teaching and learning look like? What does good team behaviour look like? What are the basics about start and finish times? How do people communicate with each other? Do they email? Do they Snapchat? What do they do? Get clear about expectations and boundaries. Trust me, this will make it much easier in third term when everyone's a little fractious, because you can just go back to the expectations and remind people what they are. And for those people who've forgotten and are choosing not to follow the rules, you can have one of those challenging conversations knowing that you've been clear throughout the year about what your expectations are. So that was tip number 3. Tip number 3, set really good expectations and boundaries. Tip number 4 is have really good processes. We know in teaching that having good procedures, clear, reliable, predictable procedures makes classroom behaviour better. Guess what? It's exactly the same for adults. So get clear about what time people meet. Get clear about what agendas look like so that they're as predictable as possible. Get clear about roles and responsibilities. Get clear about how often we meet. And importantly, what are the norms around how we meet and how we are around each other? So clarity around norms, procedures, and the way things work is just going to make everything smoother. And number 5 is just get clear on who you want to be. Let that soak in for a second. Who do you want to be? At the end of the year, if you want to collect feedback from people, what would you want them to be saying about you? What words would you like them to be using? Would you like them to be saying that you were reactive and stressed? Or would you like them to say that you are considered and thoughtful and intentional? And set yourself some goals around that. So they are my 5 tips for starting the year well. Get clear about what's really important. Get to know your team. Get clear about expectations and boundaries. Get clear about processes and procedures. And get really clear about how you are going to show up in the world every day. Hi again, if you missed my name at the beginning, I'm Jenny Cole and I run in-person and online workshops for teacher leaders and aspiring leaders. And I have a fabulous online monthly membership program for experienced school leaders called The Collective. And The Collective is a place where you can hang out with other experienced female leaders, learn a bit, share a bit, be inspired and invigorated. And so the details for The Collective are in the links below wherever you are watching this. Please feel free to share, like and review, and I will see you again really soon. Take care.